all of you guys. So welcome. I have to do my welcome. Welcome Zoomers and YouTubers. There are no live people here today, but you guys are live. So welcome to this class, which is a focus on standing work. So bring your feet hip width apart, pull those toes up, and then take your hands on your hips and stick your butt back. And just notice your toes are lifted. How much, when you stick your butt back, it just seems like there's a lot of space in the back body. Now, look at your right toes and press all the right toes into the floor, and press all the left toes into the floor. Keep your butt sticking back so the knees are nice and bouncy, and then inhale, arms coming up. This time, look up, straighten your legs, feel your toes, feel your fingertips. Then look forward. Bend your knees, butt back. Exhale, thumbs behind your heart. Notice the differences. Press the toes into the floor. Inhale, reach up, look up, straighten everything. Exhale, look forward. Bend your elbows, bend your knees. Inhale, reach up. If your shoulders can handle it, keep those arms straight. Otherwise, just grab the left elbow with your right hand. Now, inhale into your heart. Exhale, bend the knees again, butt back. Move your whole body sideways over to the right. If you are able to stretch your arms and press the palms together, then go ahead. This should feel like a lot. Keep your throat nice and open. Keep your butt sticking back so you have the space in your side body to do this. Exhale, right arm goes down. Inhale, reach way, way, way over, further than you possibly could imagine. Whoa, press the toes into the floor. Inhale, come up. Woo! Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, you can bend your right elbow for those of you who find it hard to straighten your arms. That's fine. Otherwise, hands come together, fingers really wide, butt back. Inhale, exhale, shove the hips over to the right. Reach over to the left side of your mat. Oh, keep your throat nice and open. Your head is worth a lot in all of these poses. Drop your left hand. Really reach over. Fingers really wide. Press the earth away. Inhale. Come on up. Exhale. Hands in middle of chest. Butt back. Start separating your feet out a little bit more. And take your time as you go into your first forward bend. Woo! And use your fingertips right underneath your shoulders. And of course you can use your blocks if you'd like. Now lift your toes, pull your forefingers towards the thumb. Inhale, open up your chest, look forward, pulling the feet towards the fingers, fingers towards the feet. Now press the toes into the floor, push the fingers away as you bend your elbows out to the side and you go into your first forward bend. And I can hear you groaning. I really actually can, because the first forward bend, ooh. Inhale, halfway lift. Try to straighten everything. Pull with those fingers. Imagine you're pulling the tissues in your back body so that there can be more space. Pull your belly button into the backbone. Exhale, elbows up to the side. Push your fingers forward, push your heels back energetically, chest and thighs together. Inhale. One more time. Exhale, plant your hands beside your feet. Bring your feet hip width apart. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back into plank. Arms, hands are right underneath the shoulders. Now drop your hips, press your heels back, pull your forearms towards each other. For those of you who find this plank a little bit much, you can always drop your knees. If you have issues in your feet or it's just too much today, then just drop your knees and do a modified plank. And then down dog. Oh. So first down dog. Woo! Breathing, breathing, breathing. Walk out those knees in a slow, fluid way. ears near your arms, fingers really wide. Press the fingertips into the floor. Feel your fingertips, feel your toe tips. And then inhale, curl forward as if you're going to go into plank again. And exhale, tuck the tail and bring your knees on the floor at exactly the same time, even though one wants to go there faster. Retuck your toes. Inhale, bring your whole body forward, squish your armpits closed. Exhale, press down and forward as you move into modified chaturanga. All 10 toenails into the floor. Inhale, little cobra with a swish. So find that space, or try to create space in your side body. Nice. Now look forward, bend your knees, soles of feet to the ceiling, and move back into a pouncy puppy. Tuck the toes, go on your fingertips, open up those spaces in your fingertips and in your wrists. Your butt is going back, your wrists are going forward. You're trying to breathe through your side body, getting your body ready for breathing. Then press through the palms of your hands. Inhale, curl your back like an angry cat. Pull the forearms towards each other. Exhale, unfurl your spine into a cow shape, but it's up dog with the knees off the floor. And then pull the belly in and move back into down dog. Good work. Breathe into this. So we're going to start our standing work now. You're going to walk into the middle of your mat. Get your blocks organized. If you've got a wall, that's great. So the long side of my mat here is my imaginary wall. Okay, so I'm going to take myself into the middle of the mat. The first thing you want to do is get your feet hip width apart. And if your hamstrings are tight, then you want to move away from your wall, because then that's going to give more space if you have to bend your knees, or if you have to stick, when we stick our butt against the wall, we'll have more space to do that. So let's start. So take your hands onto your hips. Inhale into your heart, opening up space in the front of your body. Exhale, pull the belly in. Get that butt on the wall. Come on down. Yeah, pull the belly in. Of course, your knees can be bent. Hamstrings are a big, big project. Like 10 years of doing yoga every day. So be patient with your poor old hamstrings. Grab your toes in yogi grip. 2 fingers on the inside of the first and second toe, thumb on the outside of your big toe. Now, pull your belly in and feel your hips, the sit bones, start to crawl up the wall. And this is really informative. It really tells you how much pulling the belly button into the backbone will tilt your hips. Even just 0.0001 millimeters. So lean against the wall. Inhale, open up your chest, look forward. Exhale, elbows out to the side. Woo! Forward bending. Try to let your whole torso relax and be long and be attracted to the floor. Elbows out to the side. And as much as you're pulling on your toes, the toes are pulling on you. Inhale, press the knuckles into the floor, come on up. Exhale, this is where we're gonna be careful that you're not going to do a somersault, but if you do, just have fun with it. I have done many somersaults in this one. You can lift each foot up so that the heel is still on the floor, not hovering. And then place your hand right underneath the bones of your feet. The thumb and the baby finger are extended outside of your foot, so you see them. And your wrist bones are parallel to the other long side of your mat. Inhale, open up your chest, look forward. Exhale, pull the belly in. Remember, lean against the wall
And then chest and thighs together. Whoa. And I use my hands a lot. I know you all do as well. It is really nice to rock across the bones of your hands with the bones of your feet. You're going to feel, it's like a personal little massage. Lean back into the wall. Release your hands from your feet. Bring your hands onto the top of your femurs. Butt is against the wall. Push those femurs so you feel more space in your sacrum. Bend your knees. Roll up the room. Come on up. So we're going to do triangle and some of the standing work here. So left foot forward. Okay, so I'm on my invisible wall. So your left foot is going to go along your baseboard, and the back foot, the heel is in line. So with the wall. So if your hamstrings are really tight, you might have to move forward a little bit so that you can relax your butt and your shoulders against the wall. So make sure your front heel is in line with the back instep. Inhale, arms coming up. Ooh, stick your butt back. Exhale, tilt like a windmill. Now feel the wall with your baby fingers, maybe your shoulders. This is the struggle. Then left hand comes down, right arm goes up. Breathing. Pull that belly in. Now the upper hand can maybe lean against the wall, and that will give you all kinds of information about your alignment. So triangle is just not one triangle. There are many triangles in this shape when you finally get it. You don't have to come all the way down. So remembering the first picture of Carol and Catherine using a prop. So if you've got your block nearby, use your block. Use it at the highest level. And that will give you a little bit of more space. Look down, releasing the tension in your neck. Bend the left knee, come on up. Now you should just have to pivot on your heels to go to the other side. Maybe you bring your block with you. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, butt against the wall, knees are slightly bent. Open up your chest, back of your heart, trying your shoulders, trying to be on the wall, and then tilting like a windmill. Maybe you bring your block with you. Oh, inhaling, lean against the wall. Pull your belly in. Keep your throat nice and open. If you can manage to bring the back of your head on the wall, that would be good for information about what is the triangle supposed to feel like. Nice. Oh, look down. Bend that front knee, which is the right knee now. Inhale, come on up. Now pivot again. This time, it's going to be extended side stretch. You bring your block with you. And the back leg is going to go further back. So come on up, and the heel is to the wall, and the toes to the middle of your room. Inhale, arms coming up, lean against the wall. Exhale, bend that front knee, lean against the wall. And then tilt, so front knee is over ankle, tilt like a windmill. So we're going really slow. In a regular class, these poses are like, oh, so not a regular class. In a traditional Ashtanga class, these are very, very quick transitions. You only hold them for 6 breaths, and then you do the transition to the other side in half a breath, which is very, very challenging. If you would like to go a little more into this pose, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, shoot the arm bone up over your right ear, fingers really wide. So there's a long line of action from the back foot to your fingertips going there, forward, look down. You could, again, start pivoting your feet, going to the other side. I'm hoping you're starting to feel warm.
Inhale, arms coming up. Can bring my block with me. Exhale, front knee over ankle. Can bring the block on the inside, or if your hips are tight, I would suggest the outside of your right foot. Front knee over ankle. Don't go fast. Open up your chest. Feel your shoulder, maybe the back of your head against that wall. Inhale, left arm up. Ooh, you could try to bring that the back of the left hand on the wall, opening up your chest, feeling what it is to be aligned. The wall is a patient teacher. It just is there for you. It never comments, it doesn't judge, it just gives you feedback that's kind. And if you want to go a little further, you inhale, bend your elbow, exhale, shoot the arm bone up and over your left ear. So the upper arm and the ear are touching. Feel the energy from the back leg. Nice. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, we're going to pivot. And this one, you're still against your wall on the left hip. You're going to drop your right knee. And then inhale, right arm bone up. Exhale, you're going to turn towards the wall in a twist. We're not going to make this too complicated. Just the hands are leaning against the wall. Just feel things. Yeah. And then come on up. Switch. Left knee on the floor. Maybe your right hip or your right femur is leaning against the wall. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, turn to the wall. Oh, bring your arms out. Oh, I can hear you groaning. This is a modification. The wall is your friend. And look down. Inhale, come on up. Now we're going to get our feet as wide, you know that Da Vinci picture with the arms out in the big circle. See if you can. It's hard to do this, but see if you can imagine that if you dropped something from a string from your fingertips, it would just land on the outside of your feet. So the other thing is your kneecap and your second and third toe are going in the same direction. So some of you will have to angle out your feet. So do what you need to do. You can bend your knees and stick your butt on the wall. Take your hands onto your hips. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, start casting your heart forward like a fishing rod. Butt against the wall. Knees can be deeply bent, whatever your hamstrings are telling you. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders, wherever that is. And of course, you can use your blocks, and that's fine. Now take your right hand underneath your face and push your butt back against the wall. And then inhale, left arm bone goes up. A total twist. Now push that right hip against the wall. Breathe. Oh my. And then look down. Replace your right hand with your left hand right underneath your face. And of course, you can bend your knees, stick your butt against the wall. Inhale, right arm up. Whoa. Exhale, push that left hip back onto the wall. Yeah. Nice. If you can look at your right thumb, great, but don't worry about it. It's just the end of the pose, the finesse of the pose. And then walking, bend your knees, your butt is against the wall. Walk those hands in line with your feet, shoulder width apart. Now pull those elbows towards each other. Inhale, press the arms straight or whatever it is you've got. Of course, it can be on your fingertips. Exhale, imagine in your next life you start yoga earlier and you can put the top of your head on the floor between your hands. And I know all of you geeky engineering detail people are currently looking. It is possible. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, butt against the wall, bring your hands onto your hips, torso is parallel. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, feel. So many people have this rush feeling of dizziness. So when we have the wall against us, we take our time to come up. If we do have dizziness, at least the wall and the floor are there. You're going to take your hands onto your hips again, or maybe even lower, like where your hip bones are. Let's try that. Pull the elbows back, bend your knees, stick your butt against the wall, and then take your time as you come down, pushing the hips back so you feel it. And then see if you can't use your fingers to tip your pelvis and then pull the elbows back. Inhaling, exhaling. Bend your knees. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands on the tops of your femurs. Push your pelvis, your butt into the wall. Take a moment and then inhale, come all the way up. So we're going to interlock our fingers to the webbing. So because your butt is against the wall, you're going to have to bring your hands above your butt. Elbows are bent. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, take your time. The more you can be like a curious observer instead of going ow, ow, ow. Don't think ow, ow. Think oh, oh, oh. You come down as far as you can, then inhale into the front of your body. Exhale, and only move on the exhales. Exhale, hands move away. With relaxed arms, hands move away from the sacrum. Inhale, pull belly in, breath into chest. Exhale, arms move away. Inhale, into chest. Exhale, arms move away. Inhale. Exhale, arms move away. Breathe. Breathe, shake, feel. Release your hands onto the tops of your femurs. Bring your body halfway. Inhale. Exhale, feel. I know that's tough, that one. And then come on up. There's a harder version that I don't want to talk about. Now walk. Now this will be a relief. Walk your feet a little bit closer. Bend your knees, stick your butt against the wall. We want our feet close enough that we can grab the toes, the big toes in yogi grip. And we want to be able to grab them in a way that when you look at your knuckle and your wrist, it's all in one line. There's no kind of funky, bending. And the elbows can be out to the side. So fidget with your feet till that's really good. And then pull your belly in so you're tilting your pelvis. Your butt is on the wall. Inhale. Open up your chest, straighten your arms. Exhale, elbows out to the side. Top of head on floor, next slide. Breathing. Pull the belly in. Exhaling. Oh, feel everything. Bend your knees. Bring your hands onto your femurs. Torso is halfway. You wait until, there's some more blood up into your brain. Lean against the wall, and then inhale, come on up. Good work, people. Now, we're going to move away from the wall and to the top of our mat. Feel your legs. Woo. And then the right foot into the middle of the mat. I'm just using the wall my pretend wall here, which is just the window frame. I'm going to step back into nice separate leg forward bend stretching situation. Your feet are not lined up, they're hip width apart. So if somebody came over and tried to push you, you would feel very stable. Take your hands onto your hips, or hands in baby prayer with the fingers pointing down, or flip the palms of your hands. Now micro bend your knees. You could do this for sure against the wall so that you can feel your support. But if you don't need the wall, don't use it at this point. Inhale, open up your chest, look up. Exhale, both knees bent. You're going to cast your heart over that front knee, and you're going to be talking nicely to your hamstrings. And there is all this intelligence in your body in terms of balancing. Perhaps your foot is going like crazy, moving.
try to balance you. Push the right hip back, roll the left hip forward. Whoa. Bend the front knee, chin on the shin, pull your feet towards each other. Inhale, come on up. Oh, whoa. Hello, legs. Switch. Right leg back. Now, I always do a visual check because my body likes to cheat on this one. On all of these, actually, even though I've done this thousands of times, visual checks are good. Hands on your hips, shoulders and hips in a line. Grab your elbows either in or baby prayer or full prayer with the fingers going up. Always check, you never know, could be the day. Inhale, open up your chest, look up. Exhale, micro bend your knees, stick your butt back. If you're leaning against the wall, that left hip, that left leg is feeling good about that. And you're going to cast your heart over as best you can, your left knee, and then your eyes lock into that wobbly left toe, the left foot moving, 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 and roll the right hip forward and the left hip back. Yo, yo, yo. And then bend that left knee, chin to the shin, touch it, and inhale, come on up. Exhale, come to the top of your mat. For this one, for sure, you're going to use the wall. I'm going to use my window frame. Your feet are hip width apart. You're going to spread the left foot, lift the toes, spread them, bring them down. And then interlock your fingers to the webbing. And then just lean against the wall, the back of your head, your shoulders, and let your hands be a hammock for your hamstring. That's a pretty good alliteration. Now rotate the foot in one direction and then the other direction. Lean against the wall, pull your belly in. Inhale, bring that leg a little closer. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, elbows bend to bring the leg a little closer. Exhale, straighten. Nice. Bend that knee. Yeah. Then bring the thigh back to the level below your belly button. Take your left hand, grab the outside of that thigh, and then just turn to the right. And you've got the wall. You can bring your right arm bone along the wall. Look to the right. Nice. And then right foot comes down. Whoa, lactic acid, hello. Spread your toes. Maybe you don't have lactic acid, so if you do, it doesn't matter. It's just this is just all exploration, balancing. If you don't have to use the wall, you can, a good way is to move just a few inches away from the wall, and then you all got that security of the wall, so you feel like you're got some support. Spread your right toes. Press that right foot into the floor, lean against your wall, bend your left knee, interlock your fingers to the webbing, grab your hands, your hamstring in the hammock of your hands, lean against the wall, pull your belly in, inhale, elbows out to the side, bring that leg a little closer, exhale, straighten it, inhale, bend that knee, relax the foot, bring the leg a little closer. Really use your arms, really use the wall. Inhale, leg comes up. Exhale, bend that knee, elbows out to the side. Let the leg come down. Thigh bone is at the level below your belly button. I like to bring my right arm up just so I can get a little more of a twist. Right hand holding that leg. And I'm going to just bring my left arm up against the wall. In my case, it's my blinds. It's so sunny here today. And then look forward and drop your left foot. Oh, against the wall again. So this is standing pigeon. So spread your left foot. Bring your knee up into your chest, which we've already done. This time, don't relax that foot. Pull those toes towards your shin.
and then cross the ankle and the foot on the outside of that leg. And if you can bring it up higher, that would be even better. Some of you will never be able to bring it up higher, so you just do your best. And then the target area, in this case, because my right leg is bent, is the right buttock. When you're leaning against the wall, bend the supporting leg. Whoa. For those of you who have a little more movement, the actual pose is moving in a forward bend. I find this very difficult with the wall, but you know what I mean. You can use the wall to help you intensify what's happening in your right hip. Inhale, come on up. Bring your right knee into your chest. Lean against the wall. Rotate the foot in one direction, other direction. Excellent. Now, exploration on the other side, because, you know, we have a more flexible side, we have a stronger side, we have a side that's had injury. We have a whole history around each of our sides. Lean against the wall, head, shoulders, butt. Flex your left foot, cross it over. I'm going to grab this leg and try to bring it up a little bit higher. And one of the first things you have to do is kind of relax into it, because you don't want this knee to have an issue. You almost have to wait until the rotation happens in your hips. Then you can bend the supporting leg. I'm pretty sure you'll feel that. And for those of you who have a little more movement, it's a forward bend. The ultimate pose is a forward bend with a bind. And inhale, come on up. Woo! Left leg coming in, grab it underneath the thigh or at the shin and rotate the foot in one direction and then the other. Nice work. Final three poses. No, final three poses in the standing work. Utkatasana, lightning bolt. So your feet can be, some of you will want to try this out with your feet together. Some of you will want to use the wall, or some of you will want to have your feet hip width apart. So the first thing is to touch the mat, and then pull the belly in and tuck the tail. And you'll see when I do that in my body that the low back gets all curvy. So then now I have the strength to bring my arms out and lean back into my heels. Continually tuck the tail. Maybe bring one arm up. Maybe bring the other arm up. Oh. Maybe bring both arms up. Maybe look up. Exhale, forward bending. Woo. Raggedy dog. Let's have a little release here. We're going to step back into down dog from our forward bend, from our raggedy doll. Just feel the quality of this. Make this a long dog. Move your feet back. Pivot the left foot. Look at the right thumb. Bring your right foot beside your right thumb. Now look at your feet before you come up. It's warrior one feet. They have to be hip width apart. Otherwise your hips will not be able to try to come parallel to the short side of your mat. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, lean back. You can grab your elbows if your shoulders are a little tired from all that other stuff. Inhale, straighten that front leg. We'll do our warrior two right here as well. So pivot the back foot. Now your feet are not hip width apart, they're in line. So front heel and line back in step. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, front knee coming down over ankle. Nice. Windmill the arms, all 10 toes in the same direction. Move back into down dog. Feel. Pivot the right foot. Look at your left thumb. Curl your back, bring your left knee into your chest. Quietly land your left foot. The advantage of no live people in the room, not the advantage, but is that you guys don't hear all the clunking and the groaning, but actually that's pretty good too. We hear all of that. Front knee over ankle. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, warrior one. Leaning back. Nice. Front knee over ankle. Feel your feet. Inhale, straighten that leg. Pivot the back foot. Now, line up the front heel to the back instep for warrior 2 feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, track that front knee over ankle. Press through the outer edge of the back foot. You made it. And of course, warrior 2 could be done against a wall, which would also give you great information about your alignment. Windmill your arms, all 10 toes in the same direction. Step back, down dog. Ha. Sigh. Sigh, groan, moan. Ha. And then pretending you're going into plank, but you're not. Tucking the tail, rounding the low back. Allow your knees to come onto the floor at exactly the same time. And sit back with your shoelace side of your feet. Best you can. If you can't do this one, don't worry about it. Go into your version of child's pose, whatever that means for you. It also can be done on your back. You can get the same benefit if you just roll onto your back and grab your thighs. And this is about finding the space in the spine. So if your knees are not allowing you to do that, just hop on your back. We're going to do a new pose for all you Zoomers today. I'm excited for you. It's called 90-90. Get your block or the deer pose, but since where we live, we're not so much fondness around the deer, we'll call it the 90-90. So you're going to come into the top of your mat, come onto your butt, and remember that you can use your blocks, okay? And I'll tell you how you can use it. You're going to take your left shin bone and make it parallel to the front of your mat. Flex your left foot so it's parallel to the long side of your mat. Then you're going to take that right leg back, the back leg, and it's going to be a 90-degree angle. Now don't worry, I know we're all leaning in bizarre spaces. We'll figure that out. So look at the back leg. Now don't flex your feet so much that you're going to get a cramp. Okay, so it's like you flex to support your knee, but you don't go so crazy. Now, what are we going to do with this block? You're going to press down. You can have your left buttock on that block. And as soon as you get up on the block, you go, oh, that's so much better. But we're going to make it even more better. You're going to press, bring your chest forward. You're going to press through your hands. Lift your hips totally off the block and shake. Shake your hips. And then come back on the block. And you'll see that your body is now properly lined up. Now, I'm going to take the block out of the way for me. There's a lot of stuff happening in these legs right now. So if you get a pinchy feeling, often get a pinchy feeling, a compression, it's bone against bone, but on top of a nerve or on top of the hip flexor, just take your hand and pull and squish and convince it that it should let go by pulling it to the side, okay? And that's the strategy throughout this whole thing. We're gonna come forward. I just know for those of you who are falling asleep because, sleeping deer, go ahead. Your arms, of course, can be straight anywhere along this. For those of you who can come down, come down. Now move your chest over to that left knee. Oh, and that should feel like, oh, that's a release into the front of that back leg, the front of the back leg. And then walk wherever you are. If your arms are straight, that's fine. You want to bring your heart, oh my goodness, this one's a good one. This one has information, your heart over your left foot. Oh, that is busting a sweat for me. Now walk forward. This is where we're going to have various levels here. So I'm going to start with the easiest. So what we're going to do is dig energetically the right knee into the floor and lift the back foot. Now for some people that is only possible if they really come forward. And it's almost like, oh, well, I can lift it now. Others, do your best to lift it. Some of you will be cramping, I know, because these are invisible tiny little muscles doing this. Getting into full rotation. Some of you will be able to come up, put your hands on that front leg and still have that foot. Believe me, this is intense, in case you were wondering. And then right foot comes down. Oh. Whoa. Now we're going to press that foot gently into the floor and lift the knee. Try to square off the body. And of course, if you come down, you'll have less to lift because of the pelvis. So lift that right knee. And aren't you excited that there is another side? So inhale, come on up. Use your fingertips. Whoa. Lean back. Hardly able to move those legs. Bring them forward into just a gentle seated pose. Pull the flesh out. Just sit there. That's a lot. If you feel like your low back is talking to you and you would really like just to really chill forward bend, then go ahead and do that. And not anticipating what the other side is going to be like. You don't know. This other side could be, well, it will be a completely different experience. So don't judge, just observe. Bend the right knee, right foot parallel to the long side of the mat. Remember, you've got your block. You can block up underneath your right buttock. That's what you need. And bring the left leg back and look at them 90 degrees. The other way that I figure it out is I look at the space between my calf muscle and the top of that thigh, the left thigh, and I'm looking for a square, right? So that helps me understand where I'm trying to go in this pose. Press down, lean forward, lift your hips up and shake them. This just repositions the right femur. Try to smile through this. I know you're not, but try to smile. After this, we're going to have a rest, a beautiful twist, and a rest. So come forward. For those of you who can come forward, come forward. You can be on your blocks. Oh. Breathing. Feeling everything. So a pose like this is perfect after all of those standing work, which was really legs, and more legs, and and hamstrings. You're going to bring your chest over that right knee. Bring your arms alongside. Oh, it's a little bit of a release into the front of the left hip flexor. And then walk over. This is not a relief. So your heart is trying to come over that right foot. Arms on either side. Of course your arms can be straight. Of course you can be more vertical. Breathe. The more that you let go in the core, in this pose, the more the hip bone is going to find its new, improved location. So notice if you are holding back, both with your breath and your tummy's holding on. Try to let it go on the next exhale. And then walk into the center, facing the front of your mat. And for those of you who can come up, you should come up. And land your hands on that front shin bone. Dig energetically, dig that left knee in, raise the back foot. Oh, breathe. Flex that left foot. Make it so that you understand. And in this one, you can pull your belly button into the backbone because your core, your front body is trying to hold up your heavy leg. So go ahead. Let that happen there. Pull the belly button into the backbone. And then release. Oh. Whew. I And then press the foot into the floor and lift the knee. I know you can't necessarily see me, but you saw the other side. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Keep going. Pull your belly in. Oh. Exhale. If you were forward, come on up. Really take a groan and a moan in that one. Lean over. You could grab that leg. Bring both legs forward. Pull the flesh back. Forward bending, but just really fluid and juicy and moving from left to right so that you're really releasing anything in the low back. You're giving it all the space. You're reintroducing space. Knees are bent. If you've got your blocks, take your block into your thighs, not on your knees, your thighs, and then bring your hands on either side of your block. Now inhale, reach up. Exhale, tuck the tail. So pull the belly button into the backbone. Squish the thighs with the block. Squish the block with your hands. And now curl down. Now keep pulling the belly in. Imagining that you're putting on the tightest wetsuit. It's 3 sizes too small. 2 sizes too small? Squish, squish, go slow. Squish. Pull the belly in again. If it's too sketchy, you inhale, you come up, you encourage the body, and you exhale and you go through the sketchy part. If your feet start disconnecting with the mat, bring them closer to your butt. Oh, and come all the way down, bring your arms over your head and your legs up to the ceiling with still the blocks. Now squish the blocks with those femurs as much as you can. Squish the block between your hands. Oh my goodness, as much as you can. Oh, and then bend one knee, the other knee, sole of feet to the floor. Release the block overhead. Don't worry about that. And take the block between your legs and put it on your tummy. And allow your knees to tent towards each other. And then, really take a moment to chill. Let your pelvis move forward towards the front of your mat so you're starting to feel a lumbar curve. Go in with your hands underneath your back and underneath your neck and create those spaces. And then exhaling, side groan, moan. We're going to do a very simple twist today, but have your blocks nearby in case you need them. Bring your knees into your chest if you can grab your shins, fine, otherwise underneath your thighs. Then bring the thigh bones below the level of your belly button and then roll those knees over to the right. Dig your elbows in, move your body over to the right. Nice simple twist. If your legs don't relax to the floor, then block them up. Fill in the space between your leg and the earth. Or you can also put a block between your knees. So it just depends on your body. Now, once you move over to the right, you want to make sure the back of your left shoulder is on the floor. Maybe you look to the left. This is a beautiful spinal twist. Inhaling, exhaling. I hope you're still warm. Soles of feet on floor. Bring your elbows in beside your rib cage. Arms are 90 degrees. Lift your hips this time and swing them over to the right. Allow the left buttock to come onto the floor and the knees over to the left. Block up whatever you need to block up. Dig your elbows in. Inchworm your body longer. And then fling that right arm bone out. Look to the right if your neck allows you to. You want to see if you can't have the maximum space in the whole right side of your body. Your body loves the space. All the circulation, all the communication. Bring your elbows alongside your body. Arms are 90 degrees. Bring the soles of your feet on the floor and lift your hips in line with your shoulders. Interlock your fingers to the webbing. Bring the hands behind your head and the elbows in. And stretch the back of your neck. Nice. Allow your head to come back down to the floor. Those of you who have a favorite Shavasana piece of music can pause the video so that you can get it set up. Zoomers, of course, you can push yourself up to seated and get your piece of music going for you, because that's your reward. The Shavasana, calm body with a exhausted body, calm body with a calm mind. That's where we're going. Make sure that you support yourself if you've popped up, that you're going to support yourself as you come down in a nice, gentle, nourishing way. Those of you who can still want some more movement in your low back, you can prop up your sacrum with your block. Otherwise, use up the space you have. You have the luxury of space. Make sure that all the limbs have the air and the space they need. Let's do a breath retention before we really let go. So take a big inhale. Hold that inhale. Make sure you're smiling at that hold. And when you exhale, sigh, groan, moan. Feel your whole body react to gravity. Relax your eyebrows, your forehead, your throat, the backs of your hands, the soles of your feet. Use this very precious time in your week to 100% let go. Keeping your eyes closed. Begin breathing, taking a big inhale. Just wiggle your right fingers so you feel them individually, and then let them be still. Wiggle your left fingers so you can feel them. Let them be still. Rotate the ankles, both ankles, in one direction and then the other. And wiggle your toes. Let them be still. If you're on a prop, bend your knees and remove the prop from your sacrum. Otherwise, move one leg into the center and the other leg into the center, and either grab your elbows, or if you have room, extend your arm bones up and overhead on the floor. Interlock your fingers to the webbing and release the index fingers. Gently point your toes away from your fingertips. We're going to practice breath retention. Take a big inhale and hold it. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyebrows. Continue to hold. Relax your skin. And then exhale. Let everything go. Bring one knee and the other knee into your chest. Either grab the backs of your thighs or grab your shins and curl yourself or hug yourself into a tight little ball. For some of you, that means your head is still on the floor, and that's fine. Take an inhale. Exhale, soften your belly and squish, squish, squish. Ooh. Allow your head to come back down to the floor and roll over to whatever side you'd like. Use the block or the arm on that side as a pillow. Knees bent. Begin easy breathing. So you feel your rib cage move. And then notice your calmer, stronger, more peaceful body. Notice your calmer, stronger, more peaceful mind. This beautiful breath. Memorize how you feel at this moment with all kinds of detail so that you can come here when you need it the most, to this memory. Knees bent, elbows bent. Use your fingertips if you can. Push yourself up to seated up to the top of the mat for a grounding breath. Cross your legs, fire log style, and then reverse. Rub your legs awake. Bring your hands into the middle of your chest. Have your fingers wide. Thumbs touching your sternum. Take a big inhale through your nose, cool air. And let it swirl around in your warm body. Imagine it moving all around, picking up heat, lengthen through the back of your neck. And when you exhale, warm air past your fingers, humbling brain towards your heart. This is the perfect time to practice gratitude. Thank you so much, Zoomers, YouTubers, all the people that help me do this and continue to show up. It inspires me. Thank you so much. Namaste.